I don't really have anything planned for the way we're going to style this app up here, but I have a few ideas on what we can do to clean this up and make it look a little bit nicer. The first thing is we get this hello world. This app is great still at the top. Let's go ahead and change that. Let's call it Notes app, or you can call it really whatever you want. I would keep it to somewhat of a short title though, because the next thing we're going to do is add in some styles for this text. And we can just add in a new key value pair on our styles object, and we'll call this header. Header usually refers to something else, like a header up top, where maybe like a nav button would go, but we don't have one of those for this example, so header's just fine. And we'll say header, and we'll give it a few things here. So the first thing we'll do is say font size, and we'll set this up to maybe 30. We'll give it a color to get out of this just regular old black, and maybe give it a green to match the button and the input box here. And this is just a regular old, you could put any color you want in here. You don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing in this tutorial, but just give this thing a nice little color and make it a little bit nicer. And then we also probably want to bold this because it's the title, so we want to say font weight and give that a bold look. And if I save this, let's take a look here. So that looks a lot nicer. It's definitely looking more like kind of like a title on the screen. Another thing I don't really like is see how the input box is kind of butt up against the margin there. Well, we can add in a margin to our view style, which is the top level component in our little nest here, and make this look just a little bit nicer. So we'll go ahead in here and say we'll give it a margin, and we'll just give it a margin of 10. That should probably fix it. Yeah, so notice now we get like just a little bit of space there, and that's probably all we need. Margin 10 is also going to handle everything else in there. So like if you did have like a longer header, let's say I had Notes app, but I had it multiple times, so I'll copy this and say that was our title. Not a really good example, but basically my point is it wouldn't overlap on the margin there. Like let's say like this was we didn't have a text align center or anything, I think it was align item center, and it was like up against the side. It wouldn't be in this little margin area. So margin of 10 is usually something pretty standard to add on, just so you don't have stuff hanging on the side there. That's it for this video. I'll add in some more styles in the next video. I want to keep these videos somewhat short so that you can kind of get through them quick, and styles aren't too much of a burden and too much to take in at one time.